1 2 1 2. I feel like a song right about now. What's up? What's up, YouTube? Hey, check it out. Without a doubt, I'm that. First of all, I'm never ready because when I first started doing YouTube, y'all, check this out. When I first started doing YouTube, you gotta hit the record button. You gotta start. Sometimes people prep too much. They want to make sure this is right, make sure my glasses, shave, put on your makeup, make sure the lighting. You do too much prepping. So I try to hit that record button quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's number one. Number two, I'm in the comment section. People are like, what's the point? What's the point? You just, I don't know. They didn't say you just copying the, it's, you can reiterate this important information. This is important information. And if you understand, I'm not going to explain the whole algorithm thing because I barely know it my damn self. Long story short, the more videos that I do of Linux, since my channel is a little bigger and a little stronger, it pushes the algorithm to his benefit, so to speak. I don't know, man, but it works. So it's called a reaction video. I'm doing my reaction and my point of view on all this. And it's funny how the algorithm is a computer universe, how the world works and how God works, if you really believe. Because now all of a sudden I'm getting opportunities to not speak. I can't see. Anyway, I'm trying to make sure everything is focused. I'm using a different camera. The algorithm of the universe is I might have a opportunity to work with kids when I get back for this school year coming up. And I promise I ain't gonna let y'all down. And I'm hoping to spread awareness of what this guy's doing. And it's funny because I just did a video that didn't have nothing to do with my man's channel, Linux channel, and these brothers is spreading something completely different, but saying that this guy, different point of views, saying that Dr. Umar is terrible, man. And it takes all of us, all of y'all viewers, everybody to share the videos, think positive, and help spread this knowledge that you know of him with the receipts and the proof. Because the more people that don't see the receipts, they think that he doing a good job. They don't know that the buildings is about to come down. They don't know that he bought buildings that could never open in the first place because it's a cesspool. I learned that from Martin Lawrence movie. They don't know that anything about why a person will freeze your bank accounts. They don't know. They just think, oh, the white man froze his accounts. They can't do stuff like that on purpose just because they hate black people. You can't. Them days been gone, man. If you still living in those days, then basically you the problem. If you think that because of the color of your skin, you are being held down because of the color of your skin. If you think that way, you are the problem. If you think that way, you are the problem. Because of the color of my skin, they said we do a lot of Tisha Tales videos, and 5 or 6 people said that, well, she don't like black men. She was nice to me. She didn't come across to me like she didn't like me. In fact, she embraced me. And I'm black. Now I ain't trying to date her. So if she trying to date me, then she wasting her time, because all my love goes to this one person right here. Yeah. So that's out of the question. So I don't even entertain that type of stuff. But who are you? Even if she don't like black men, even if she don't like black men, let's say that was true. Who are you to be yelling it out to the public? She don't like black men and she don't like. That's where you go wrong at. Because the last I checked, the United States is a free country. It's a free world. So if you don't like a person because of the color of their skin, that might be wrong, but that's your prerogative. It may be wrong, but if that's what you want to do, if you want to hate a person because of the color of their skin, you have a right to do that. Does that make sense? So if you don't like me reiterating somebody else's videos, then take your ass somewhere else. Excuse me, y'all. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. If you don't like me eating, because she about to make some breakfast right now, while we doing this, I don't know why. Where is it written that you can't eat on camera? Where's that written at? They got eating videos out here, man. They got millions of views on it. I don't understand these people, man. But anyway, this is part 5 of my man's 5-hour long video. So I'm calling myself breaking it up, and that's 5 videos about this subject that's going out to the algorithm to help his channel to grow. If you don't like it, if you think it's not helping the channel to grow, you know, I think it is. I talked to 5 other channels that we do their reactions, and they don't mind me doing the reactions. Now, don't get me wrong. We got 5 or 6, probably 20 different videos. Stop putting my videos on your channel. Okay, little man, and you still small. This was years ago. You still a small channel. You still a small channel. I think that the algorithm, my people, along with Leonard people, kind of exchange each other. You feel me? I'm trying to help us to grow. All of us. I help people. If they don't want my help, heavens to Murgatroyd. Exit. Stays left. All right, even. I had to remember how the thing go. Anyway, y'all know Uncle Mike corny. You know, I try to have fun with people, man. I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, check this out, man. Dr. Umar did a public speaking, and this is after the fact of he said that his bank account's frozen. My goal is I want to see what he's getting on his social media, because you hooked now. You got to do it. You hooked. It's part of your life. It's like you wake up, you grab your phone, you scroll, you do something, you check whatever you check every day. This is part of our life now. If we don't do this, we geeking, we fiending. I don't even remember what life feels like without this thing in my hand. You know, anyway, he gotta post something. And all these people, especially Uncle Mike, is one more person. You know, I went to his website. The website is still up there. The PayPal, where's links from his social Instagram. It goes to some type of website where you can donate. He's still got 1 million followers, so to speak. So anyway, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, baby. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and we hoping we start spreading the news. Let's check this out. Here we go.
The suburbs. Look who's talking about being a narcissist, and see how he paints all these white teachers this way. That ain't right.
Only teacher in Newark to pay her mortgage. Your son is not the problem. His teacher is. Let me say,
Umar, where's your mortgage or your rent? Okay, you living in your mama closet on Section 8. Cut it out.
Say it again. Your son is not the problem. His teacher is. Now, I'm going to help the snow bunnies out just a little bit.
Here you go.
I'm going to help the snow bunnies out just a little bit. Some of y'all.
Yeah, let me close out this poll. We broke the record again on the polls. We about to break the record for super chats. The poll question: Will Umar Johnson pay the $38,388.22 by the deadline? Okay, which is either the 25th or the 28th. I think it's the 25th. That's a typo on my part. I apologize. 10% said yes, 78% said no, and 12% said I don't know. So as we wind this down, I'm going to go ahead and close this poll out. I want to thank everyone for tuning on in. Also, want to update. And thanks everyone who voted on the poll. I want to update. We did reach 500 subscribers on Mary Ann's YouTube page. So I want to thank everyone who went over to subscribe. We're at 506. So I'll be promoting this. Our goal is to get to 1,000. And when she gets to 1,000, she will be releasing the Umar Johnson movie. And Umar doesn't want that to take place. Okay, there's a whole lot of other stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. I have to talk to her before I actually mention it because she hasn't given me permission. And I forgot to ask, but I'll ask. And update you guys on all that. But what I want to encourage everyone, rarely do I promote other people's YouTube page. Like I said, I used to do it a lot in the past, but I've gotten burnt on that time and time again, and I learned my lesson. Mary Ann Lorient, and I had her.
Wow, we just talked about that. I promote everybody, and you can't burn me. What? How do you burn somebody? You can't burn Uncle Mike. I'm sorry, I'm too crazy. I'll promote your channel. If I find out you saying negative things about me while I'm promote your channel, I just stop promoting it. I don't get burned. You know what I'm saying? So I think my man right here he's a straight up shooter, man. He's a straight up guy. So, and y'all know I'm preaching to the choir. Y'all know he's straight. Y'all know he can't do wrong. It ain't in his nature to do wrong. Ain't in my nature to do wrong, so I stay away from wrong.
On as an interview guest. Matter of fact, I plan on editing down her interview and then reposting it, and then I'll have a call to action for people to subscribe. She put together a whole film for Umar, and it was crazy. The stuff that she went through dealing with Umar, even after the film was completed, and even more recently. I'll just say that it's going to blow you guys' mind. Here's her YouTube page. If there's anyone here who hasn't subscribed, I just want to recommend it. She doesn't have many videos on here, but she's going to be uploading stuff moving forward. And once she gets to 1,000, she's going to release.
Let me make movie. Sure.
And then once it is released, we will cover it for sure here on my YouTube page. Okay, so here's Mary Ann Lawrence information. If you haven't subscribed, go on, head on over there. Again, we have 506 subscribers.
Yeah. Check this out, y'all. I went over there and subscribed. She's at 810 now, and while we on live, check this out. Y'all check out my other channel. It's Before the Stage, right? Let's see, view your channel. We cover a lot of stuff. Hey guys, Uncle Mike is here, and I'm about to show you step by step. Yeah, we cover a lot of police, body cam stuff on this channel. This is my other channel. If y'all want to go to my other channel, Before the Stage, it's going to be a link down in the descriptions. Our end cards point to this Before the Stage, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff with music and younger generation. I think I found a way to tap into the younger generation to get them on the stage, to get them to do different things. So anyway, I'm on this channel, and I can actually go to her channel and subscribe again. So Uncle Mike has given you 2 subscriptions. And
is everyone in the office? Yeah. Okay, when Miss Hilton gets here, come and get me personally. Don't call.
Hot damn. She acting, y'all. Give her a thumbs up. So yeah, that way, since Leonard wanted us to help, or want people to help, then all the people who never went to Leonard's channel that come to my channel will go and support her channel as well. And they will say something like, the Music Recording Network sent me. Yeah. And I thank everybody, man. It takes a team. It takes a team to make things change. So let's get back to making these changes, baby.
And 524. Okay, so more people just subscribe, and our goal is to get to 1,000. I'll be promoting it more and more as we move forward. Did I close out the poll? I'll close out the poll now. Thanks to everyone who voted. We got to 5,600 votes. My goodness. And the final tally, will Umar pay the $38,382, $88.22? 10% said yes, 78% said no, 12% said, I don't know. I'm going to say 78%. I'm going to say no with the 78%. All right. All right, let me go ahead and close that poll out as we wind this show down. Thank you guys again. Hope you enjoyed. So thanks to Miles for handling the biz. I'll get to all the super chats too. We're almost done. Let me just get to through this last video right here. I think this is the last one. Here we go.
Y'all sons do need their ass whipped.
Here he go. I'm gonna skip through at a certain point. Hold on.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's about 12 black boys in Newark, New Jersey who need their ass whipped. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most of y'all kids, they normal, they regular, the teacher can't keep up. But there's about 12 of them, because I didn't work with them. They have never been taught to sit still a day in their life. All they know is rap music, basketball.
Thank you guys, little Princess.
Football. Don't say nothing to me because my mama.
See, this is all the stereotypes about black. He's boy, I tell you.
Come fight you.
Because your mama gonna fight you. See this? He always go down to the worst case scenario, like someone said earlier.
Them 12, they need to come to FDMG.
What's up, Jimmy Jamboree?
You ain't going home for a week, little boy. Sit your ass down.
What? You ain't going home for a week? What are you talking about, Umar? Where the child gonna stay? Where the child gonna stay? At your mama closet?
Good morning, Nana.
That's all I can say. Child, honey. What was the other one? I always can remember two of them. Child, honey, and there was another one. I always forget one whenever I say the. Anyway, let's keep going.
Now, I want to close with this.
What's up, Vince?
When I was school hunting.
Shout out to Vince. Here we go.
2017, 2016, 2015.
See, he's saying this shit because of what we reported yesterday about that 2016. He saw the video yesterday. Umar, you ain't fooling nobody, homeboy.
What I don't like.
See, I look at Umar. You guys remember the micro? I'm talking about a good.
I'm sorry, y'all, but she trying to make me eat something I don't like. I don't like syrup.
Made in the U.S.
I don't care where it's made at. I don't like syrup. Syrup is not good for you. Syrup is sweet sugar, bad for you. All this time, you don't never put syrup on my pancakes. Now she want to put syrup on the pancakes.
I made only just now.
What you mean you made just now?
Just
don't
now.
put.
I didn't put.
Take this, bam. She said she took a. She put syrup on the pancake. She took a napkin and started taking the syrup off. I'm just messing with her, man. I don't like syrup on pancakes, but I'm gonna eat it. I'm just messing with her. I'm just teasing y'all. She know good well. She said, "Ooh, I'm sorry." She know I'm joking with her. Here we go.
You can put.
Here we go, man.
He's saying this shit because of what we reported yesterday about that 2016. He saw the video yesterday. Umar, you ain't fooling nobody, homeboy. See, I look at Umar. You guys remember the micro? I'm talking about a good microscope where you can put like some water out of a pond in there and then zoom in. You see the little organisms moving around and shit, but you can't see them normally. Well, that's Umar. You under the microscope, homeboy. So that's why because you don't want to say that's about 2016. So you got to say 2017, even though I have you on record since 2014 looking for schools, homeboy. You under the microscope. The C microscope. I said the C. I said the C microscope. You notice he don't say 2016. He starts 2017. You were looking for schools way before that. I can pull up receipt after receipt, homeboy. You were looking for schools in 2016, 2015. And in 2014, you already had an exit strategy for the St. Paul. You said, we're going to keep looking for schools. And then you would go to different places and say, like Chicago, say, listen, I'm looking for a school here. This is way back. What you talk about, Umar? The reason why he's saying 2017 is because the receipt that I showed where it shows Umar on the vacant property list for 2016.
That's crazy.
When I was school hunting in 2017, 2016, 2015, I looked at a school in Newark, New Jersey. It was being rented by a European Jew.
Here we go.
I was going to rent the school. Our school was almost in Newark. Y'all don't know this, but you know now. And then the European Jew, no disrespect to the Jewish people, that he looked me up and found out who I was and said, we cannot rent to you. I'm saying all that to say that when we open up the Marcus Garvey Elementary School of the FDMG Academy,
there you go.
As soon as it's ready, we're going to start looking for the next school location. Are y'all following me?
It tripped me out when he take a long pause. We got to take a long pause to soak it in. Oh my gracious.
I was going to get up and flip the chair around, but I ain't got time. I got to go to bed. He probably going to say, it's possible he probably going to say, I'm looking for a school out here. The thing I want to mention, Cookie Crush chat, is you notice Umar, he's not saying anything about the $38,388 that he owes to the city of Wilmington. And if you don't have that money, how you going to, quote unquote, open up another school? You don't even have money for operating expenses for these trap banners. You don't even have money to finish renovations up over here at these trap banners in Wilmington, Delaware. So what you talking about, Umar? It's the same shit over and over again with this guy. This ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new with this guy. See, he ain't handling business. He should be talking about that money that he owes. I'm gonna get to all the super chats to close out the show. We almost done with this video. We'll be I'll wrap it up with the super chats. I apologize, but I got to get to this. Here we go.
I feel so sorry. I feel so sorry for all the people who believe in his talk, and these people barely making it, and they giving they $10, $20 because of a great story. So, because of a great story, these people would give, they would donate. I mean, you feel bad if you don't donate to what he's saying. You'll feel bad if I'm black, I want to see change, I'm not doing nothing to make change, so here come my $5. I can at least give $5. Hell, when I go to McDonald's tomorrow, I won't supersize for the next 2 times, and that'll cover the $5. You will feel bad if you don't give. And that's all he need with a reach from an Instagram page, a reach from any type of social media, a reach. All you need is a big reach, and that's where the internet comes in at. And then after that, all you need is the good story and a sympathy card. And you're already scamming people. And that's why people like me, Leonard, and the other channels, I can't remember all the names, Uncle Mike, terrible with the names, but this is why we do this.
So for those of y'all who
listen, you can make them sounds as much as you want to. It's not going to make a lie the truth, okay?
do real estate in New Jersey, I don't care if it's Newark, Trenton.
Didn't I just tell y'all? Hit the one. I just told you guys this shit. How many times I got to tell you? No, I just told you guys that this is what he was going to do, right? Hit the one. He under the microscope. Perfectly predictable. I just told people, y'all on the cookie question. I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just trying to, and maybe I am being a little mean. I just told y'all this is what he was going to say. And here he goes saying it. Hit the one. I need some credit. I wasn't even supposed to be live streaming today. We're going 4 hours and 30 minutes. My wife just ordered food. I might have to stay up a little longer so I can eat. I don't need to be eating this late, especially with my belly getting like it is. Mm-hmm. Why don't y'all tell me? Y'all supposed to be down with me and all that, but you don't say shit. When I get up and look like I'm pregnant a little bit, y'all ain't gonna say nothing.
Me too, man. Me too. I never thought I'd have a stomach like this.
I can tell you that's one of the side effects of watching these Umar videos. You start talking like Umar and shit. You be rubbing on your nose.
Oh my God.
All right. I just told y'all that's what he was going to say, and that's what he said. Let's play that back. We're almost done. Here we go.
Next school location. Are y'all following me? So for those of y'all who do real estate in New Jersey, I don't care if it's Newark, Trenton, Camden, Jersey City, my realtors in particular, I need you to find me a nice little school. I don't need no castle. That's a money drain. We don't want no damn castle.
What are you talking about, a castle? You got these trap bandos. You done tricked off over $1.6 million, Umar. It's a money pit. You trap bandos in Wilmington.
I don't want Eastside High Pastor. No!
Ah, you see that? He has to reference that because that's his Principal Joe Clark.
I don't want no damn castle. I don't want Eastside High Pastor. No!
See?
Get me a school.
Fairy side.
Yeah.
Fairy side. I'ma call the bank on Monday. Yes. Today. Forever. Yeah.
Stop that.
Yeah. Almost.
Who changed the words? Who changed the song?
Did you hear that? Let's go.
That got about 25, no more than 25 rooms. 25 rooms. I don't need 50. 25 or less. If you find a school, Dr. Umar, they got 12 classrooms. Gimme. Dr. Umar,
Gimme? What you talking about? You ain't even got no money. What you talking about?
found a little school in Newark. It got 15 classrooms. Gimme. But if we could find us a
Gimme. What does that mean?
nice little school, they're not charging but a $500,000, $250,000, something.
What you mean a $500,000, $250,000? You ain't even got, what are you talking about? You ain't got no money. You was begging last week about you need money for you. What in the world? Come on, Umar, you got to cut this out. You know what's crazy?
This need to be seen,
I can
y'all.
pull up a receipt where he says the same shit. Like from what? 2018, 2017, the same thing.
Around there, we can work with them. Y'all feel me? Because once we open up the first school, the rest of them gonna start popping like popcorn. Do y'all feel?
That right here.
What did he say? He said they're gonna start popping like popcorn. Really? Umar, what are you talking? I mean, come on, man. This guy said that they're gonna start popping like popcorn. This nigga, oops. This guy, he said they gonna start popping like popcorn. What are you talking about? What do you mean it's gonna start popping like popcorn? What in the world? Oh no. Yeah, it make me want some popcorn now, real talk. Say he won $250,000, he ain't even got 38,000. Real talk. Real talk. He start going like this. Umar, if you don't stop. Popcorn bandos, family. That sounds like a song. popcorn, Popcorn, poo, poo. What? Popcorn. He hungry. That's why he said that, because he was getting hungry, evidently. What's up, Vince? Shout out to Vince again. I ain't seen you in a minute. What about the bigger building? Yeah, I know. Don't you got to renovate that other side of the street? Good point, Jimmy Jamboree. Umar don't like you because I'll be seeing your comments on King Kong Consciousness. You and East B. Yeah, what about the other side of the street, Umar? You gonna be popping all these popping in all these other popcorn schools? What you need to do is let me stop. He can't get the FDMG kernel popped yet. Popping like popcorn. Jiffy, Orville, Redenbacher, Act 2. Act 2 is a cheap one. That's what we used to get. We the kids, because one of my sons loved popcorn. He don't eat it now as much as he used to. But we used to get that Act 2. Yeah, pimp call. Okay, let's get back to it because we're almost done. Here we go. Let me go back to the popcorn popping though. That's ridiculous.
Charging but a half mil, quarter mil, something around there, we can work with them. Y'all feel me? Because once we open up the first school, the rest of them gonna start popping like popcorn. Do y'all feel me? They say the first one is the hardest one.
He said it's gonna start popping like popcorn. My goodness gracious.
Gimme. But if we can find us a nice little school, they're not charging but a half mil, quarter mil, something around there, we can work with them. Y'all feel me?
What do you mean we? There is no we, and you can work when you ain't got no money, you bum. You talk about you can work. How you gonna work when you ain't got no money with extra butter? Someone said extra butter. Somebody said extra butter on it.
Half a brick.
Here we go.
Because once we open up the first school, the rest of them gonna start popping like popcorn. Do y'all feel me?
He said the rest of them is gonna start popping like popcorn. What's up, East B? Butter flavor. Butter flavor bando. Yeah. Well, why don't you just start selling popcorn in a bag, little baggie? Get this money up, homeboy. Yeah, it is. He just shit talking. What's up, Ruben Rivera? Come on. Yeah, he just talking shit. That's all he doing. Just goofy. Talk about popcorn. He said popping like pop. Anyway, here we go.
They say the first one is the hardest one. And the only thing we got left to do in the first one is what? Put the tile down. And
doors and floors, right?
by the way, if there's anybody here
he goes.
Does tile?
Here we go. He's been talking about these floors and doors for a couple of years now.
Or sells the tile.
Sells it.
Listen to me, Newark. It's the only
What this got to do with, anyway?
thing we got left to do in the school. Put the tile on the concrete. So if there's any brothers and sisters here who lay it or know where we can buy it for a reasonable price,
He said the same thing for everything.
let me know. You got my number. We ready to move now.
Yeah.
If you call me today, Dr.
Yeah, real quick, bossy man, this is a good point. You see how the audience is non-responsive to this shit because people are tired. Remember I said earlier, people that are tired of the shit show and the traffic of this wreck, this train wreck
And
on the
not
side of the
saying
road.
anything.
They're tired of it.
They tired of not saying anything. They tired of hearing
I got
all
a tile
excuses.
supplier and I lay tile. What you gonna charge me to cover up these 12 floors? Let's go. Once the tile done, we applying for certificate of occupancy. We done, y'all. Tile and done. So find me somebody who do tile.
Ridiculous.
And ladies, if you lay tile,
Here you go. Here go the sex freak off tough walk. Freak off. Here we go.
we can have a nice little tile party. At ease. So I want to close
See that?
with a story.
Here we go. Story about a.
One of the things a man, male or female, black, white, or whatever, a man, one of the things a man must do in order to be a great businessman is to separate your personal life from business. You can't do both, man. You got some beautiful women that's here to do business. And they are hoping that, oh Lord, I hope he don't try to take me out, or hope he don't try to turn this into something different. If you are that attracted to somebody you about to do business with, right? It should take about a year or two of you fighting that urge that y'all having a great relationship before you even break it. And say, look here, I've been trying my best. I don't know if you feel the same, but I've been trying my best to keep this professional. But I can't stop thinking about it. Or whatever. You need to make sure that line is split in half. I might joke and laugh and play and call women beautiful because I think all women are beautiful. I was make sure that I would never put my hands on you in the wrong way or anything like that. This is my boo-boo right here. I can't even keep up with her. And I put it out there on any video, anytime we talk, anytime she can go through my phone. She got my password to get into my phone. She can go through my email. I ain't trying to hide sugar. In fact, I want you to help me with all this stupid porn they keep sending me on Facebook. I keep deleting the stuff and hey, you want to see my naked pictures? No, I don't want to see no naked pictures of me. I'm just telling you I don't want to see. Come on, people.
Lovely lady. All right.
Be real with yourself. That's all you got to do is be
Okay,
real
and I
with
think
yourself.
the last video is him telling whatever story he's talking about. Let's go to this one.
The takeover came, and that's when he put his wife's name on it. A lot of HBCUs got a tricky financial history to a lot of these white financiers.
Yeah, let me skip through.
Even though HBCUs are of our lawyers, 80% of our engineers. So John D. Rockefeller created the Rockefeller Board of Education. And guess what? Y'all hear what I just said? If you want to know why your kids don't get real estate, Rockefellers funded the school. Have another. Here go one behind you, Baba. Right behind you, the Queen.
Oh, I think they're asking a question. Yeah, it's only about 3 minutes left, or 2 minutes left. We'll
look up the Rockefellers story. Look up the Rockefeller General Education Board.
Yeah, we'll be out of here in 5 minutes.
We have another.
On it. I'll get to the super
Here go one behind you, Baba. Right behind you, the Queen.
My name is Dr. Lisa. I have my own therapeutic program, and I'm on the child study team. So I understand a lot of what you just said. I just wanted to add 2 things, because you talked about tutoring. But if your child has a diagnosis and you have an issue with finances, you can do 2 things. You can look into your insurance, because if your child has a diagnosis, your insurance can help you with funding. You can also maybe be eligible for Social Security, so that way your child can receive a check every month. But I want to say that if your child can get Social Security, please make sure that you use that towards your child's education. Thank you.
Well said. I'm going to add some clarifying, and she was correct in what she said. I just want to add my psychologist bias. For me,
here you go.
Why we tapping on insurance when the school get extra money in the first place? Special ed kids get double and triple the money of the regulars. Why we tapping on insurance? I'm not against it, but if the school is being, I got you, but the special ed money should be paying for that too. Right, but the special ed money can pay for the after school programs as well.
Sit down.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with them tapping into you.
Again, it's always on the microphone. The stuff that you rebuttal, the stuff you're talking about, Umar, should not be talked about on the microphone. See, I studied with a PR person, public relations, and when I was running sound and doing all these concerts and stuff for people, I was getting into the superstars, the artists. And I'm listening, the artist is listening to the PR people. I'm like, well, damn, you should be an artist since you know everything. Don't say this. Don't talk about this. If somebody asks you questions about this, say, well, I heard about that, but I'm not really following that right now. But once I brush myself up on it, I will answer the question. Next, how do you feel about? He want to know everything. You shouldn't even be on the mic talking about this crap, dummy.
Right, but the special ed money can pay for the after-school programs as well. You see what I'm saying? You're not wrong. I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with them tapping into the insurance.
See, Umar can't let anyone else shine. See that? Umar can't let anyone else get any shine. So he has to find some way to oppose what she just said.
That's whack.
See? I think this is the last video. Real quick, we're up to 545 subscribers for Mary Ann Lauren. If we can get to 550 before we end this live stream, and we're going to be done within 5 minutes before we end this live stream. And like I said before, if you guys tuned in a little bit later, Mary Ann, she did a movie on Umar. Umar plays, he acts in the movie. She never released it, and I interviewed her, and she explains why, but she plans on releasing it now. Well, I shouldn't say now, but she decided to release it. And the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then she'll release it. And here's the information. I just want to encourage people to head on over and subscribe. I rarely promote people these days, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, she doesn't have much up there on her YouTube page, but she's going to be uploading more content there. And then ultimately, she's going to release the Umar Johnson film, the movie. It's called Awaken. And when she does that, we'll cover it for sure. Okay, so here is her YouTube page right here. If you guys head on over and subscribe, let's try to get her to 550. She's at 545, and I'll be issuing calls of actions as we move forward because our goal is to get her to 1,000.
Let's see where she at.
Right. Thanks everyone who subscribed so far. Oh wait, she's at 556 now, so we're good. All right. So anyone else though, again, I would appreciate it. All right. Thank you everyone who subscribed to her YouTube page so far. I appreciate it. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let me just make sure that was the last video, if you guys don't mind. Hold on one second. Let me go in here. Yes, and I think we already covered this one.
Security. I can write a whole...
All right, we already covered that. Okay, now, one of the things, let me see. James said in this video right here that the lady, before they bring Umar up, she says something that's worth listening to.
Of course. Being the efforts that we've tried to bring to Newark, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have the timestamp. Let me go to the end though, where right before she gets off stage. So let's go right here.
Towards. So thank you once again for sowing into our community with knowledge. Thank you. People perish for the lack of knowledge. Let's get that knowledge. Let's support these sisters. Let's support these vendors. Let's support Queen Mother. Let's support Newark, New Jersey's own. God bless you.
All right, thank you, Councilwoman.
Okay, I didn't hear the part that. Let me just scroll through and see if she says something else. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe she might have said it before. Let me just go back just a little bit more.
For supporting. Thank you, Rasani. Thank you, Patrice. Continue to do what you do, no matter what folks say, because while you're doing what you do, and while folks trying to figure it out, y'all better know God already worked it out. That's why y'all still on Broad Street. Source of knowledge, right here. God bless you. You know my man loves you. You know the council loves you. The president's coming. And listen here. Listen, no matter what, knowledge is powerful. There's one thing people can't take from you, and that's in what's between your eyes.
That's right.
Whatever you take inside, that's knowledge that's going to benefit your people and your life. Is what you should be working towards. So thank you once again for sowing into our community with knowledge. Thank you. People perish for the lack of knowledge. Let's get that knowledge. Let's support these sisters. Let's support these vendors. Let's support Queen Mother. Let's support Newark, New Jersey's own. God bless you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I didn't see the part that a friend of mine was telling me to play. But if I find it over the next couple of days, we'll get into it the next time we get together for a live stream. Okay, if you guys don't mind, I like to get to these super chats, and I'll have to go through them quick because I got to go to bed. I want to thank everyone for tuning on. I normally don't live stream on the weekend. I live stream yesterday, I live stream today. I won't be live streaming tomorrow unless something really, really major happens. But I want to thank everyone for tuning on in. as we continue to cover this Umar Johnson saga. And my battery is about to go out. So let me do this. Let me just pull up. It'll take me about 10 seconds to switch this out. Here, I'll be right back.
Maybe his headphones.
To get an education. You know why they need drugs? Because white women don't want to be bothered with black boys. That's why they need drugs. Ain't nothing wrong with your son. He's a normal, healthy African child. Nothing wrong. The problem is he's being educated by a narcissistic, psychopathological, I don't give a damn white woman from the suburbs who's only teaching in Newark to pay her mortgage.
Yeah, see, Umar, he's a narcissistic psychopath. Anyway, okay, let me get to these super chats, and then we'll be done for today. Thank you guys again for tuning on. Everyone who voted on the poll. If you enjoyed this live stream and you haven't hit that like button, go and hit that like button. That'll help with the algorithm. We broke the record for the amount of votes, and I think we broke the record for super chats too. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, outrageous sin. I got that one earlier. Thank you so much. He's sick. I got that one too. Thank you. Says the trauma dumping and trauma bonding. Yeah. I think that's probably the reason why. No, I think it is the reason why Umar he tends to frame things under the worst case scenarios, or just this horrible situations. It's almost a form of trauma bonding. A lot of these parents that were there, they don't even have children who, let's say, are autistic or are in the. I mean, some of them probably only have kids that are in school. Some of them have kids that already graduated, right? But Umar has to go to this whole thing about the school to prison pipeline and special education and drugs and all this other stuff. The worst case scenario. He does it all the time. Thank you, Seth. And as you can see, most people in that audience, they weren't receptive to Umar at all. Okay. Jay Civic said he's smart for dumb people. Yeah, I don't want to say it that way. I just because there are people who are smart, but they just don't have discernment. And you could be smart and not have discernment.
No, it's also you could be smart, but you dumb on the knowledge of what he's talking about. You don't know. You do know. This is how it works, man. You do know enough. You know black people need to stand on their own. Black people need to do their own schools. Black people need to teach their own kids. So you understand that. Black power. You heard it all, right? You heard all the black stuff. Now, you got this guy that's preaching about something that you wouldn't mind seeing. You wouldn't mind seeing it. I ain't doing no work. So here's my $20. Hell, I done followed him. I feel him. Here go another $20. I follow him and feel him. And you talking about, yeah, we trying to do a school, people. We trying to do a school. We ain't trying to take somebody out to McDonald's. We ain't trying to take somebody out to a nice restaurant. We trying to build a school. Okay, here's my $50. The school is almost there, man. We about to break through. We about to break through. We need more donuts. We need oh shit. I don't get okay. Fuck it. We almost there. Maybe this $100 bill will push us over. Here's my $100. And nothing happens. Now you done got almost $300 out of me. $300 is a damn good payday for one day. $300 is a damn good payday for one day of work. With no taxes and stuff taken out of. Come on, y'all. Everybody that's watching, y'all know how much money you make per day. Even after they take the taxes out. How much money do you bring home? That's how Uncle Mike used to do. I used to do my bills. I don't calculate the taxes and the FICA and how much. I calculate exactly every week how much money gonna hit my bank account that I got to work with to buy food and pay for gas and all this type of stuff. Come on, y'all. $300 is a lot of money to give to somebody who haven't opened a school up in how many years? Everybody should be pushing to put out videos against this guy. Only because we want to help you. How about this? Stop talking about the school and start educating some kids online. Open your Instagram up, say, boys and girls, we're gonna download this book and then we're gonna begin. Education. You don't need no school. You the one want the school. We want change. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. Watch.
I try to be as kind as possible to Umar Johnson followers. There are some who they follow blindly. I think that's when you get into the dumb aspect. This just don't even make no sense. I mean, Umar, like I've said it before, I mean, Umar could do something crazy and it's recorded on video for the world to see live, and then his supporters to find some kind of way. I'm talking about the ones that are blindly follow Umar. They'll find some type of way to make it seem like it's something totally different. Whatever Umar said, oh no, I didn't do that, but no, you just did. But then they said, no, he didn't do that. That's not what happened. Okay, that's where we get into the dumb part. Okay, just straight dumb. Thanks, Jay Civic. Michelle says, no prep, just freestyling a bunch of nonsense. Yeah, Umar doesn't pre-plan. He's talked about this in the past. He just runs off the top of his mouth. That's why a lot of times you'll see him, he's just freestyling. You know, he's just making up stuff not connected. He'll be talking about one thing, all of a sudden he's talking about something else, and he's talking about something else. That's what he does. Umar is not organized. He doesn't have an organized mind. If you listen to Umar speak, it's not like he will speak long term with a logic stream, meaning a stream of logic where one thing flows into the next, flows into the next, flows into the next, and it makes sense. You don't hear that with Umar. Largely what Umar does is anecdotal. He gives antidotes, not antidotes. It's anecdotal. I think that's the word. I apologize. But he'll come up with these what I call hypothetical realities that he starts to spin. It's usually worst case scenarios. Then he just starts to kind of build off of that. You know,
wow.
then he gets the lying sometimes, especially when he starts talking about the school. See? But this is very true. It's just a bunch of nonsense. James says, "Is Cookie Chris time for Dr. Dr. Werewolf Umar?" I used to love me some Cookie Chris. We didn't have Cookie Chris that much, James, because we grew up poor. But every time we get that Cookie Chris, I love me some Cookie Chris. It's just basically cookies and milk for cereal for breakfast. Okay, normally we had corn flakes, and then every once in a while the Frosted Flakes. That was a special treat. And then Captain Crunch, that was the best. All right, thanks, Jason. For the super chat. Andrea says he needs to be stopped. He's dangerous. Yeah, a lot of his rhetoric is dangerous. A lot of what he says about special education, all this stuff is antiquated rhetoric. Again, he hasn't functioned in in his field of psychology since 2011. Furthermore, Umar holds no certification, so he's not current to any professional standard to this day. In 2025, he wasn't in 2024, wasn't in 2023. He's never had a license to practice as a psychologist. Yeah, he's dangerous. Absolutely. Thank you, Andrea. Miranda says false info about vaccinations causing autism. Yeah, I wanted to speak on that, but people tend to get real sensitive about that, so I'm not going to speak on it. But again, like I said, a lot of what Umar says, it's just him running off the mouth. Again, the other thing too about Umar, he was a conspiracy theorist. I was one too. I would say I was more of a conspiracy theorist than he was, and that's not to be boastful. It's just the reality of the situation is not something I'm necessarily proud about in my age of coming into a little bit of wisdom, right? But back in the day, I was deep into conspiracy theory. So a lot of what Umar references is really coming from a conspiratorial aspect. He gets to run off the mouth. I'm gonna leave it right there though. Okay, but I know what you're talking about. Thank you so much, Miranda. Malika says, "Them jeans hanging on for dear life." Yeah, people have been commenting about Umar. He's lost quite a bit of weight, and then his clothes start sagging, his face starts sagging. And part of the reason is because he's the binge aspect of all of this. See, Umar has these tiers of addictions. His main addiction is not food, even though he's addicted to food. Okay, he eats and he binge eats. I've seen this take place. That's based upon how the money's coming in. If the money gets low, that food is not the primary thing. The primary thing for Umar is turning of the heat down. And that's what you see with a lot of these people who have substance abuse issues. It's just things that mattered before, they get pushed further and further down. As money starts to dwindle, the money goes to what is most important to them and less to these other things that are necessary for survival, including eating properly.
The lady that he was saying called her deep throat, the lady he was dating, the lady that was supposed to be taking care of his moms, that lady has said that, I mean, when you're listening to somebody and they telling their side of the story, you can tell the way they telling the story if it's any truth behind it. She said that I spent time with him, and I don't know if he went to the bathroom, he was in the other room. He came out a different person. I was like, is he on something or something? I mean, I ain't see him take nothing. Yeah. You can tell beyond a reasonable doubt some parts of the story that he or she is telling is believable. Like, man, everybody say he's a wild dude. Everybody's saying this, but when he came out that room, it was a different person, man. I said, this guy must be on something. So he keeps saying it. I'm not a person that I can't tell if somebody on something, but I can tell when somebody change. I can tell when the alcohol is talking. I can tell when the weed. This dude, he high. That's why he doing like that. Whatever. I can kind of tell sometimes, but these people know for a fact. And
so that's another reason why Umar, his clothes like these days they're sagging. But at a certain point, if money starts coming back in, he'll start putting back on weight because he'll have money to spend on food, and he'll start eating and binge eating like he normally would do. But right now, it's a very difficult time for Umar financially and on other levels too. Okay.
And that's why you need a PR person. A PR person looks to see what society sees when they look at you. If he had a PR person, he'll be looking at him and say, look, yo, man, your clothes, your attire. I understand that you're trying to look, it's a picnic, cookout, you got your jeans on, you're trying to look non-formal, but it's a way you gotta do it. You gotta have a look to you, especially when you're talking about opening up a school for these kids.
Thank you, Malika. JH says Umar exhibits a lot of cult leader traits, demanding very drastic life changes for his listeners. Absolutely. In fact, he's programmed his cult followers, and they always recite the same things over and over again. I put together a list years ago of, let me see if I can pull this up, of the top 10 excuses made by Umar Johnson followers. Let me pull this up. And we did this years ago. Quick question, you guys remember this? Let's see if it still holds true to this day. And this is what I mean by the cult aspect. He's the cult leader, and they don't question him. He tells them things and they repeat it verbatim with no critical thought. Top 10 excuses made by Umar Johnson followers. Number 1, you didn't donate. Well, that's what Umar says. Well, you didn't donate, so you don't matter. You're not a donor. You don't matter. What you hear criticism doesn't matter because you didn't donate. Isn't that what Umar Johnson followers say? I would propose that even someone that ain't donated, they say the same shit. Number 2, what are you doing for the black community? How many of y'all have heard that one? If you heard the first one, hit the 1. If you heard the second one, hit the 2. What are you doing for the black community? They repeat the same thing. Well, that's what Umar says. Yeah, they're criticizing me, but what are they doing for the black community? See, I'm building a school. I'm building an institute. You ain't building nothing. These abandoned buildings might be taken away from Umar within the next couple of months. What you talking about? What are you doing for the black community? Hit the 2 if you heard that one. Number 3, where's your school? Hit the 3 if you heard that one. I never said I was going to open up a school. So what you talking about? See? And Umar, well, all these people, they want to criticize me about the school, but they don't even have a school. So he repeats these things over and over again over the years, and his cult followers, they repeat it verbatim. No critical thinking, no critical thought, no intellectual process. They say exactly what Umar says. That's the cult dynamic here. Number 4, name calling. Hater. That's the main one. The C word that he uses. Okay. Pastor B. He called me Pastor B. That's another one. Have you guys heard the name calling from Umar Johnson followers? When you criticize Umar or you ask a basic question like, when's the school opening? Or how much money have you raised? Well, they get the name calling. Well, Umar does the same thing. See, their cult follower falls right in line. They repeat the same stuff that he say every single time. Wow. Number 5, diversionary excuses. That's deflecting. As an example, his followers will say, well, what about the black church? Okay, we're not talking about the black church. We're talking about Umar. See the diversion? It's a deflection. Umar does the same thing. He deflects a lot. You ask him a question about the school, he starts talking about something totally different. And he starts talking about, well, the black church did this. And what about the pastors? And we're talking about you, homeboy. How many of you heard the diversionary excuses of the deflection? That's number 5. Hit the 5. There's a lot of those that come up with all kind of stuff with that one. Number 6, you're trying to tear another black man down. That's probably the main one that I hear. I still hear that to this day. Well, you trying to tear another black man down? How many of y'all have heard that? Hit the 6.
The part that kills me is, what if this black man is doing wrong? It's not, every black man is innocent. Suppose it is a black man and he is definitely did wrong. Let's say it's a black man and he admitted that he did wrong, like Puffy. I was at my lowest. I was effed up. Well, sometimes you gotta do that. He admitted that he did wrong. But you still trying to tear a black man down. I'm not trying to tear him down. I'm trying to make sure he understands that he needs help. Not, I'm going to get some help hoping I can get less time in jail because I'm ready to go home. Come on, y'all.
But if you listen to Umar's rhetoric, most of what he says is disparaging towards black people in general and black men in particular. We got evidence of that today, right?
So it's okay to tear down a white man? Is that what I mean? I'm still trying. I'm on this. So you just trying to tear a black man down. Okay, let's take that black man out and put a white man in. You just try. Oh, it's okay to tear him down. You can tear down a white man. It's okay. You can tear down a Filipino man. You can tear down an Asian man. You can tear down any other race of man but a black man. Where the hell did that come from? Where does that come from? I would love to know that part. Where does that come from? How about let's tear down a man that did wrong? Let's lift up a man who did right. Let's tear down a man that did wrong, and let's lift up a man who did right. That's a lot simpler. That's a whole lot. I'm confused over here. Wait a minute. If somebody behind that hoodie, wait a minute, are you white or black? Are you black? Can't tear you down. Go on, rob the bank. But if he under that hoodie, hey, lift your hood up. Or you're a white man. I'm gonna tear you down. Gotta tear you down. Come on, y'all. Are you serious? And this is what you believe?
Do we say that Umar's trying to tear a black man down when he's talking all this shit about black men? Talking about how they ain't doing what they supposed to be doing, even though he ain't doing none of that either? Make sense? So that's probably the main one. You're trying to tear another black man down. I don't want to hear that. Umar's not a man in the first place. Secondly, he's a threat to the black community. He's a con man. He's a threat to these black women out here too, exploiting them for money and for them cookies. So is that tearing another black man down? No. But see, Umar has said that so many times in the past that his followers, they repeat it verbatim. That's mind control. Well, that's the cult dynamic. Number 7, black people spend money on alcohol, weed, expensive shoes, and y'all be spending money on this, so what you talk about the donations? That's number 7, but that's tied to that's also a deflection. Okay. But that's number 7. How many of y'all heard that? Hit the 7. Umar says that all the time. His followers say the same thing, not because they thought of it, but because their cult leader said it. Number 8, he doesn't have enough money to build a school. Well, how much money has he raised, Umar Johnson, co-follower? I don't know. But then how can you say that he doesn't have enough money to raise a school? He hasn't updated people, you donors, since 2020. He said he had raised $850,000. And in 2025, he's saying that 5 years later, over 5 years later, he's telling people that he hasn't raised $1 million, even though back in 2020, he said he raised $850,000.
And what makes it so bad is, how much money does it take to open a school? Now, that's a sliding scale by itself. That's a big sliding scale. Because that's where the imagination comes in at. Because if you say, well, how much money it takes to open a school? I can't imagine what type of school you're thinking about with the grass and the playground and the recess and the lunchroom and the library and the auditorium. That might be the school that you have in your mind. The school I'm talking about opening is a homeschooling. I already got my house. You got the kitchen, that's the lunchroom. Then you got the dining room where we're going to do all the education. That's the school. How much it costs to open up a homeschooling? Hello? How much it cost to open up a school when my man was saying he got 3 trailers that the church had. A church had 3 trailers and they wasn't using the trailers. And he used those and he was paying $500 a month. How much it cost to run that school? See, what the problem is to open a school, that is a very broad situation. To open a school, it's in your imaginary head. It's in your head how much it costs. Especially if you're trying to open up a college with dormitories and all this stuff. With a big old football stadium. Come on, people.
Why is Umar saying in 2025 that he hasn't raised $1 million? Well, I've already proven without a shadow of a doubt that Umar, bare minimum, he's raised $1,677,860. You, Umar Johnson followers, didn't even know that because you listened to this clown without any critical thought. That's
more than enough. That's more than enough to open up a homeschool. So if you
say he doesn't have enough money to build a school, that's why the school's not open. And I ask you, well, how much money has he raised? And you say, I don't know. Then how can you say that he doesn't have enough money to build a school?
And how can you say that if you don't know how much it costs to build the school? How much does it cost to build a school? Period. Not the school that's in your mind or the school that you think is in Umar's mind, but just exactly how much money does it cost to build a freaking school? Your dumb tail don't even know the answer. You don't know.
He's had more than enough money to do something.
That's the point, right?
Interesting enough, you don't hear this excuse as much these days because people they're hip to the game. They done seen the train wreck on the side of the road and they're tired of the traffic. Number 9, white supremacy is trying to stop me. That's where he's talking about the archdiocese and the white lawyer that helped him get the school allegedly and all this other stuff. We've heard that time and time again with Umar trying to blame white people. Hit the 9. That's the 9th one. His followers say the same thing. Well, you know, in this oppressive society where white supremacy is hard for black men, I don't want to hear all that shit. This guy done raised over $1.6 million. Cut it out. And number 10, it takes time to build a school. Well, how much time does it take? He conceptualized this in 2004. It's been over 20 years. How long does it take? He's had enough money to get something started. But you see, he don't handle business. Which is the thing.
Something started.
Instead of Umar getting online to explain why it is that he owes right now, and he's in jeopardy of these abandoned buildings being taken from him by the city of Wilmington, the state of Delaware, that he owes $38,388.22. Instead of handling that and coming to the forefront to explain that situation to his followers, he out there giving bootleg, antiquated speeches to an audience that is not even receptive to him, and he's hanging out and living his best life. What kind of man? What kind of scam? Okay, so the point is, we put that list together years ago, but it still applies to this day. Okay, that's the quote dynamic. Thanks, JH, for the super chat. Holly B says, remember when he told a mother he was going to pull out her fingernails because she got her child an IEP? Remember, they weren't to get special ed. Yeah, I know that's another thing. He's all over the place. He says keep them in now, but then back in the day, he said, no, this is not something that you should be doing, right? And then he did. He told the woman, I have the video because you guys should see her expression. She was like, what? Can I pull your He's a sadist. Can I pull your fingernails out for getting my whatever he said? What did he say? My little brother tested. Who talks like that? He's supposed to be a school principal and a child psychologist or a school psychologist. There's a difference between the two, by the way. But the point is, he's all over the place. Now he has a totally different thing he's saying now in 2025 about the special ed. Thanks, Holly B. I can pull the video. We ain't got time. Andrea says, I wonder where is Umar's IEP team? No telling. I think Umar was diagnosed with some things when he was a child, but he didn't get proper treatment. And then he still holds that to this day. And so his mission is to disprove his own issues. And then he's going to defend these other black children where in point of fact, he's trying to defend himself. Well, that's what his daddy should have been there to do in the first place. Real talk. Thanks, Andrea. The little gaming channel says, full of, yeah, you're right. Umar is. That's all he do. He's a professional shit talker. Thanks, little gaming channel. Diaz all says, too busy to check on the money. Yeah, he's too busy to call the bank on Friday. So he's going to wait till Monday. And then let's see on Monday if Umar has an announcement, or if in an upcoming video that he has an announcement with this lie as he continues to perpetuate, or if he comes up with another excuse. We'll see. Too busy. He's too busy. Thanks, Diaz all. JD says he thinks COINTELPRO is after him, but he has a paranoia issue. He think everybody after him. He thought that one of his baby mamas was after him too. He's all over the place with that. But that's the paranoia. He suffers from paranoia. I would call it paranoia schizophrenic. Because there's videos where he's saying he hearing stuff and seeing things, and this video, there's nothing there. It's just him. So he has some serious issues, but again, he has some extreme paranoia. Okay? That's why he's always looking around like this. Thanks, JD. James says plane to the motherland in the near future. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. He has too much holding him here. I don't want to speak too much on that, but he has a lot that's keeping him here. But if he didn't have those obligations, I think he would have been out of here a long time ago and just take the money that he has and just go use the conversion rate over in Africa. He can live off it for an extended period of time. Okay, not forever, but for an extended period of time. Thanks, James. I got to do these real quick. We're almost at the bottom. Mr. Controversy says, I'm perplexed how people still taking this Asian. Okay, serious. All right. No, seriously, how the freak does this guy even have an audience? Are blacks that gone? Well, again, Umar is a master manipulator, and he's deceptive. So a lot of black people see him in a particular way, but they saw Jim Jones in a particular way too, right? They saw P. Diddy in a particular way, right? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I think this applies to Umar in particular with his cult followers. They see Umar in a particular way. It's not reflective of the reality of the situation and reality of who he is. But he's groomed them that way. He really has. See, if you tell people that you're the most requested and you do it thousands of times over the course of 20 years, people are going to start to believe that shit, even though there's no evidence to prove that to be the case. If you're still telling people that you're a school psychologist in 2025 and that you're certified and all this stuff, because he has this listed on side of his Instagram page, but none of that's true, and he hasn't worked in the field since 2011. But you keep telling people that for a decade, people are going to still believe it. 15 years, right? People are going to believe it. See, so Umar, he's carefully crafted this persona, and people still believe it to this day, even though there's no evidence to prove any of what Umar Johnson is saying in terms of who he is to be true. See, that's why Lene is so important, right? That's why Umar is, when people really understand Umar in terms of his personal life, is so important, because very quickly they'll realize who Umar is. He's Sauron, okay? He's Senator Palpatine. That's who Umar is. A great deceiver. Okay? Thanks, Mr. Controversy. Hope everything going well with you. Shamara says, I thought you and Lene were responsible for his account issues. Now he says the FBI. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. He will find someone to blame. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It's extremely unlikely that Lene has anything to do with that. And I highly doubt that the FBI has anything to do with that either. See, the thing is that Umar may be lying about his bank accounts being frozen. I think that there is something going on. Could they be frozen? Yeah, I think it's probable that they are, or that he's very least he's being investigated. But does that mean that there's some massive conspiracy out to get Umar? No, he's been shady. He's been shady for a long time. The math ain't mathing. Where's the money gone? See, he's always lying about stuff, and people are waking up to that, and he can only do this for so long. If you owe the city of Wilmington $38,388.22, and you're just not paying on this, and you let it linger for all these years now, at a certain point, it's going to catch up to you. So no, that's not the FBI. No, that's not me, but it's not Lene, but he throws these things out there because he has to blame someone else as opposed to holding himself accountable. And he has no proof that I'm responsible, or that Lene's responsible, or that the FBI is responsible, or that Shamar, that you're responsible, or anyone else in the Cookie Crush chat. But he'll throw this stuff out there because that's what he does. This is what you call painting a false narrative. He does it all the time. He's a pathological liar. All right. Sean Priest says, and thank you so much, Shamar, for the super chat. Sean Priest says, how are you too busy to see about your money? Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Okay, about an hour ago. He too busy. No, he just ain't handling business. The other thing is that this whole story that he's told, it may not even be what he's saying that it is. See, it may not be anything. I mean, it could be partially true, but Umar lies so much, so there's no telling. He never provides any receipts. So the way I look at it is that if this is all true, and you really need this money, and based upon the stories that he was telling before, then on Friday you would have made that phone call, right? But he said that it was supposed to be this past Monday. Now he's saying it's next Monday. So which one is it? He's a con man, straight up. Thank you, Sean Pre. Mr. Cox says, what's crazy is Monday is coming. Yeah, I know. And we're going to see. He may not even mention this again. Ain't no telling. He may come up with something else to talk about where he's trying to get money out of people as opposed to the bank accounts getting frozen. We're going to see on Monday, I guess. Thanks, Mr. It's always Monday. Thanks, Mr. Controversy. User 225 says, how these people aren't booing the F out of him is great. But they weren't receptive. I can tell it's not like they were really feeling Umar with what he was talking about. I don't even think they wanted to hear that message. That's not what they're there for. They're trying to have a good time, but Umar, he has to go to whatever he can go to, and he ain't got nothing pre-scripted, so he just start running off the mouth talking about stuff. And you can tell these people ain't worrying about none of what he's talking about. Thank you, 225. Sorry, you're pregnant. I thought it was safe. All right, that was earlier. Thank you, user 225. JD says Umar's next school going to be the Carter Building from New Jack City. Yeah, painted on red, black,
that's
and
crazy.
Green, okay, with chains on the doors and everything. All right. I can see Umar in there, pookie ass. All right, thanks, JD. Alfonso said, make an East Side High song, but with F. Yeah, the lyrics wouldn't work though. Fair East Side, FDMG. FDMG. We gonna go to school on Monday of next week, forever. Yeah. I love that part. You know that song? My daughter was like, she was supporting me. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Okay, thanks, Alfonso. They about to eat. I'm about to eat too, but it's late. But I gotta eat something. I ain't eat what I eat today. I can't even remember. What's up, Kidwana? Kidwana says, how in the world is going 8 years of malady behavior? Oh my God. How in the world is going 8 years of malady behavior by not allowing a child to go home? Yeah, Umar, he's twisted. This is from earlier. He's a twisted individual. This again gets into the cult aspect. What Umar wants, he's conceptualized in his mind. It's not so much about having a school. The school is really the basis upon which he can have access and control of other people's children. That's why when he conceptualized FMG, it's like a cult compound in the shape of Africa, 500 acres, and the children are going to be living on campus. And he's the ruler of Zamunda, whatever it was. The single black mothers, they're there to fulfill his sexual needs and sexual fantasies, which is a lot of it is sexual debauchery. And then also they provide financial assistance to Umar because he sees them as basically slaves. You know, they're going to be working for me. He said stuff like this. But the children, that's where he has full control, and he whatever he wants to do, he can do whatever he wants to say. If they act up, he has a room in the back of, he calls it a black room, where he'll pound their damn chest in. That's what Umar says. So what I'm getting at is that Umar's conceptualization in terms of the children, it's not about them going home. It's about him being in possession of them. They are his possessions. Okay, just like his mama is his possession. Wow. See, if you look at how Umar treats his mother, I don't want to speak too much on this, but if you look at how Umar treats his mother and how he doesn't want anyone else to see them, he doesn't want anyone else to see her or to visit her or to call her, and she's just locked up inside of the house while he's doing whatever he does. Well, that's how he conceptualized FDMG. But instead of it being his mama, it's these little kids. They're locked up in the school. I can't wait to, this is what Umar said, I can't wait to where we can have the sleepover with the boys, and we can turn off, lock them in, turn off the lights and play capture the flag.
What? Nuh-uh.
See? It's about possession and control. I'm going to cuddle with the boys. Dress them in business suits. That's grooming. Give them a dinner. That's grooming. It's all about possession. That's why I say our children. But Umar don't even take care of his own children, but he'll say our children, our children, our children. It's about possession. So part of that possession is like when he said, why would I want him going back home to you for? You're part of the problem. You have Willie Lynch syndrome, Willie Lynch all in your system, talking about black parents, and particularly you black mothers who don't know how to raise your kids. So it's about possessing your children. And so he can have full control and autonomy to do whatever he wants to, autonomy to do whatever he wants to. And your job is to give him money, and then for you women to give up the cooch. That's Umar. Thanks, Kitwana. Veracity says half a brick, quarter brick, whole brick, popcorn trap house, brick. yeah, he said popcorn. He was going like this. Umar, you crazy. Okay, let me do these last ones real quick. Thank you guys so much, everyone. We broke the record for Super Chats today. I have to mention too, by the way. Thanks for Veracity Exchange TV. What's up, Robbie? Robbie became a member again. Hope you're doing all right. Appreciate you. Mr. Controversy says, but his accounts are frozen. How he gonna pay? I don't know. That's Umar. Talking about he's gonna get a school out there. But he does that. He's been doing that for a long time, telling people they're gonna get a school wherever he's at. This running game. Thank you, Mr. Controversy. U225, you also need tile in the ceiling. You poop. Yeah, he ain't even talking about that. There's a lot of other work that needs to be done in these abandoned buildings. But Umar, he keeps telling people all he needs to do is get the tiles done. A real man would have got that done a long time ago, if that's the last thing to do. But he's busy. Thank you, 225. More thread says, Lennon, stop worrying about how long we will watch. We still here, 3,000 strong. Yeah, we still got 3,000 people. That's crazy. Also, I just purchased a coaching with you. Okay. I'll get into. I'm so behind on email. I think I'm. It's been at least 2 months. I've been slowly but surely trying to get through, but I've been getting so many emails recently from people. A lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I was telling myself, what you need to do is just, get rid of that email and get another one because it's crazy. I've had that email though since like 1999 or something like that. Anyway, I'll check my email. I'll get to it tomorrow because I got to get into bed, and then I'll reply to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I look forward to speaking with you. Okay, user 225 says, for someone who advocates against school psychology, his audience sure has a ton of autistic screech. No, that's not what it is. The thing is, Umar knows how to play on the emotions of black people, you see. And there are some people who were in the audience that that's what they were doing. They're trying to support Umar, I guess, vocally. But most of those people, you can tell they weren't interested in what Umar was talking about. They're sitting back there. They're basically passive. It's not like they're engaged at all. But that's because Umar, like Lene says, he doesn't know how to read the room. His message really, in that scenario, his message should have been much more positive and upbeat, as opposed to giving these worst case scenarios and all of these negative racial stereotypes about black people. It's just ridiculous. But he doesn't know how to read the room. Right? So that's what that was all about. But the truth be told, most of those people, they weren't feeling Umar.
And what makes it so bad is it wasn't a lot of people out there to begin with. The whole thing was a bust to me, and people kill me when they sit back so far from the meeting. That right there, that distance right there, let me know that they not into it.
Okay. Thank you to 225. Eastby, what's up, Eastby? Say keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's another Umar followers. They don't like Eastby because Eastby be going in on King Kong Gotcha's YouTube page. Every time I'll get over there, I'll be looking for you. Thanks, Eastby, for super chat. Sorry for the last one. No, don't worry about it. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. I know you've been tripping anyway. All right. James says she said
I like him, man. I like him. He put up another one. I was gonna say that, then I said I'm not even gonna stop it to say that.
Thanks, Eastby, for super chat.
What's this? User 225. Yeah. Little young guy. I like him, man. And he's donating money to say his little 2 cents and everything, and he's watching what he say. And I was like, okay, he talked about his stomach, jokey, and some of the other things he's saying. But he said, sorry for the last one. I went too far. No, you didn't go too far. You paying your money to say your little 2 cents. And you can say
sorry for the last one. No, don't worry about it. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. I know you've been tripping anyway. All right. James says, she said it after the man in the blue suit spoke. The camera turned to Umar. Listen to what she says. Okay, let's go back to that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
That would be this one right here.
Councilwoman, I hate that I'm so dressed up. I really wish I had a little casual.
Blue suit spoke after the man spoke in the blue suit. Okay. So let me skip.
That's the blue suit. Is that the blue suit or black suit? I don't know.
Still talking.
Yeah.
This is at the end right here, though.
Supports source of knowledge, supports this event here today. Get some good stuff, get some good clothes, get some good books, get some good sea marks. I saw that on there too. God bless you all. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah.
God bless both of you. Come back. I want to see you next month.
We ain't forget Dexter. The only thing is, if you want something said, send a man. You want something done, send a woman.
Ooh, and Umar walking up.
Dexter, thank you for making sure you say everything that's necessary to be said. We love you, Dexter.
You remember this? How many from the
Dang. Yeah, I heard it that time. And look at Umar walking up. He wants something said. That's all he do is run his.
See, this is why it's good to reiterate all this stuff, because he missed it, I missed it, and some of y'all, and she caught it. Miss James Dean caught that. That's wild that she said that. The lady. Watch Dr. Umar walking up.
God bless both of you. Come back. I want to see you next month.
We ain't forget Dexter. The only thing is, if you want something said, send a man. You want something done, send a woman.
Ooh, and Umar walking up.
Dexter, thank you for making sure you say everything that's necessary to be said. We love you, Dexter.
You remember this? How many from the
Dang. Yeah, I heard it that time. And look at Umar walking up. He wants something said. That's all he do is run his mouth.
Come back. I want to see you next month.
We ain't forget Dexter. The only thing is, if you want something said, send a man. You want something done, send a woman. Dexter, thank you for making
Wow.
Look how empty it is, though. And you walking around thinking you did something or said something to this little small group of people. I wouldn't even wanted to speak to this little small group of people. I would have came and said, I hope everybody have a good time. This, that, and the third. Go to my website if you want to contribute. Have a nice day. I wouldn't even try to preach to this little bit of a audience.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. Thanks, Jay.
They don't know nothing about PR.
Jay Civic says, I apologize for saying people are dumb, but it pisses me off that people are taking advantage of people. We got to work together for human betterment. Yeah, I totally agree. And they don't need to apologize. It's just some terminology I try not to use because I don't want to. I just don't want Umar Johnson followers to feel as if something's wrong with them per se. It's just, I understand how Umar is a master manipulator. You know, and this is not to say that there aren't Umar Johnson followers that we're in. You can tell clearly there's something wrong with them because there are some of those. I've actually have to deal with some of those types in the past, but most of them aren't like that. I don't think most of them are like that. I think he has most of his followers are fringe followers. They're on the fringe. Then he has people who follow him consistently. And then he has diehards. I think the diehards, those are the ones that, you know, yeah, if you want to call them dumb, okay, I get it. But I try to avoid that type of terminology because I don't want Umar Johnson followers to feel as if they're being unjustly criticized when they're not necessarily dumb. Again, like I said, I've said this in the past. If you guys look into these different cults, because I've studied these different cults. One of the cults was they were out, I think they were, I want to say San Diego, somewhere out there, because I'm from San Diego. And I remember all that was going on. It was in the 90s, the Heaven's Gate cult. And what they did when people researched that cult, they started getting more information about the people who were involved. A lot of those people were extremely intelligent people, like extremely educated. They, you know, master's degrees, PhDs, this type of thing. If memory serves me correctly, there was someone who was like really high up in the science field, but they fall victim to this foolishness. So what it comes down to is it's not necessarily about whether a person is smart. It's whether or not a person is smart enough to where, and they may be intelligent in terms of book smarts, but whether or not they have discernment. And I think that's the critical thing that people are missing. And there are a lot of Black people who miss that aspect. And at least there are a lot of Umar Johnson followers who miss that particular aspect of having proper discernment. And that what that means is to see things for what they truly are, not what Umar is telling you they are. You see things for what they truly are. And that's what my work is about. That's why I always provide receipts. And if I speculate, I'm speculator. If I don't know it to be true, I'll say I believe, right? But at the end of the day, it's about Umar's ability to manipulate people so that they see things in a particular way that's not reflective of reality. That's where discernment comes in, you see. And yeah, real talk, there are some Umar Johnson followers, but I think it's a small percentage who are just straight dumb. Right? Yeah. Thanks, Jay Civic. Full soup chat. Jen said, and God is gracious, amen. Says, my summer reality show is on. It's called Family to Money Gone. God bless you, Mr. Honor. Keep calling out evil. You know, it'd be funny if Netflix picked this up and they called it Family to Money Gone. That would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? And there's no telling where this will lead later on down the line, 10 years from now, 15 years down the line. I think Umar will be studied by sociologists at some point. He will be studied. And they will look into his impact and look at his influence really as a social media influence, not as a black leader because he's not that, but as a social media influence. There's so much there. And there's a lot of the components in here. It's just high drama. You know, it's entertaining. It really is, right? Yeah, so they can call it Family to Money Gone. That'd work perfect. The story of Umar Johnson. Family to Money Gone, the story of Umar Johnson. Featuring the Cookie Crush. All right, thanks, Jen. User 225 says, if people start crashing his speeches, will he stop? No, he won't. He's just gonna keep running his mouth. There's people who have crashed his speeches. You know what I'm saying? Like the one young lady that threw the bag at him. All right, user 225. Let's see, Banky Lewis. Okay, let me say Banky. At least I can get that right. Really enjoyed your content, sir. Bless you. Thank you so much. Bless you too. I appreciate the super chat as well. Okay, and then the last one for user 225, Finger Tunde for the IFA 29. All right, we're gonna end it right there. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I normally don't live stream on the weekends, but the block is hot, so we had to get in here and get busy today. I don't plan on live streaming tomorrow, but we should be back on Monday. Unless something happens tomorrow that's way over the top, we'll get together, but it'll be later on in the evening. Otherwise, we'll be back on Monday. We broke records today for super chats. We also broke records for people voting on the poll. I want to thank everyone for tuning on in as we continue to cover this Umar Johnson saga. Let's continue to be kind to each other. Okay, let's continue to have grace for each other. And let's continue to celebrate success as Umar continues to fail time and time again. I want to thank the mods too for handling business. I really do appreciate y'all. Everyone who sent in super chats, thank you guys so much for the support. I do not take it for granted. In fact, I'm very appreciative for all of the support. And also thanks to everyone for tuning on in. I'm going to go ahead and close. I was just going to close out without an outro, but I'm going to go ahead and go for you because I told people earlier. We're gonna close out with the old time classic from the old time great. And the song is called, ladies and gentlemen, Snow Bunny Love. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, so you're fancy, huh?
Yeah, black community activist.
Yes. Yeah, if y'all enjoyed the show, hit that like button if you haven't hit it.
Thank you.
See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dove queen. Touch my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control. It's me and you tonight, snow bunny. Moving on the floor.
Oh my God.
Now let me turn this down. I'll give some shout outs to close out. Laurie, thanks for tuning on in. Chandri, Big Side, Veracity, thank you for tuning on in. Appreciate it. My sweet thanks, E. Yeah. Make you move, stepping out of control.
Oh my God.
Shout out to the night. Umar's worst nightmare. Lene Stack. That's Miguel Jackson right there.
In the winter light, so she's my sweet dove queen. Touch my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control.
Oh my God! Shout out to user 225.
Everything's alright. Got that smooth
Umar dances. Thanks, everybody. Shout out to Information Man. I'm gonna check your live stream out tomorrow. Yeah, I will check it out. I'll take it down. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning on in. I appreciate you. Here we go. Yeah, wow. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. Thank you so much, my guy. She's my snow bunny queen. In the winter light, so she's my sweet supreme. Wow. Touch my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you goose, stepping out of control. Yeah, I did editing. There is some AI in here, but I didn't do that part. I just edited my sections in. Thanks to Kilo for tuning on in. Woke hoes in the building through Black Mario. Thank you for tuning on in. Thanks, Misty. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And if you enjoyed the show, you haven't hit the like button, go on and hit it because that'll help with the algorithm and that'll increase the numbers and the reach. And the numbers have been off the charts. So I want to thank everyone so much. I do not take any of this for granted. Okay, I appreciate each and every one, including you Umar Johnson followers. Okay, you want to call me corny? That's okay. Just make sure you hit that like button. All right. Okay, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll be back probably on Monday, for sure on Monday, but probably not tomorrow unless something else happens that's significant. Shout out to Jimmy Jamboree, one of the OGs and all this. Appreciate you, bro. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And as always, listen, I love y'all. Cookie Crunch Chat, I love y'all. You are undefeated. All right. Y'all take care. Peace.
Wow, this is crazy, man. All the way to the end. Man, first of all, the Snow Bunny, the Snow Bunny video made me forget what I was going to close with. But seriously though, y'all, real talk, this got to stop, man. One of the things I wanted to mention was, I wonder, there's some big people like, I don't know, Shalimar the God or whatever. There's some people out here, even YouTubers, that got a little bit of money, and they probably gave him, I don't know, $1,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 or even $20,000. Somebody out there has believed in Dr. Umar and donated over a period of time $10,000 to $20,000, $30,000 or $50,000, something like that. That's the only way you can get to 1 million. I don't think you got 1 million people that gave him $1. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But over 4 years, who knows? But my point is this. Imagine somebody saying, man, I gave this dude $20,000, dude, and you ain't opened no school. And now these are the people that's trying to reverse some stuff. You feel me? These are the people that's saying, yo, man, we got to stop this guy. So all it takes is about 5 to 10 people to say, I don't like what he's doing, and we want to stop him. And now, because the people have spoken, they have to investigate, close accounts down, and do something. And that's what happened, man. That's what happened, man. Nobody's going to sit here and own a platform, PayPal, a banking system. Nobody's going to sit there and own a platform and have all these people come in and complain, because when they go to the real people and complain and say, but you had these complaints and you didn't do anything. Well, I was busy. You can't use those Umar excuses. You can't use those excuses. They're going to say, yo, man, you got people complaining, and I agree with these people. This man is scamming and you ain't do nothing about it. We're going to shut down your... Nah, they don't want that. PayPal and all these other Stripes, all these places. 1 or 2 complaints, they on top of your tail. I'm going to get on up out of here. This is part 5. Hey, y'all, take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.